the names of the Tokyo twins have a secret behind them that almost no one knows about it. I'm Muichiro's #1 fan in the entire world. I found out about this a year or two ago. I don't remember exactly. Basically, since the anime ever came to Anime Muichiro, I've saw a lot of people commenting on the names of the twins or what they mean. So I'm here to tell you what they actually mean. Listen, at first I saw people being like, oh, the more Muichiro means that there isn't something, and the U of Yuichiro means that there is something. But then someone was like, no, the U of Yuichiro actually means existence. So I was like, and I decided to find out. And I spent an entire day on the translator Japanese-Spanish, being like, yeah. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because, well, there's two reasons. One is because I saw another person already commenting on this on their fanfic about Tokyo Twins. You should really read it. You should really read it. It's really cool. I let you hear the name. It's on AO3. And when I saw that, and I was like, no, I need to make that public. Because I've been holding this information for a year at least. I don't know how much. Yeah. The second reason is because I saw another person that was like making a video about the Tokyo Twins, and they were like, oh yeah, I understand that the Mu of Muichiro means infinity and the U of Yuichiro means nothingness. But I don't understand where the Ichiro part comes. And someone was like, oh no, Ichiro actually means firstborn. So Yuichiro means firstborn of nothingness and Muichiro means firstborn of infinity. That is just so wrong. And the thing is, I understand why you could think that the Mu Muichiro comes from infinity, because the anime did a really bad job at actually explaining what it actually meant. I read the manga the Spanish translation online, and it was really, really well explained, but not all dubs actually explain it that well. So yeah, I understand the confusion. What I don't get is why would someone think that the U of Yuichiro means nothingness, because it literally means the contrary. The most opposite thing you could imagine to nothingness, that's what actually U of Yuichiro means. Okay. Before starting and taking an actual dive into this, I'm gonna mention, Yuichiro is actually a really common name in Japan. There's a lot of Yuichiros if you search the name on internet. But the way it's written without those kanjis is only for Kimetsu. Like, outside of Kimetsu, there's no Yuichiro that's right like that. Muichiro, on the other side, is a name was purely invented for Kimetsu. Okay, this piece of information I got from the fanfic, so this part credits to the author of the fanfic. Before I actually start talking about the names, I'm gonna talk about how they are written, because you all write Yuichiro's name wrong. So you know you can write Muichiro's name like Muichiro Tokito, or like Muichiro Tokito. You can also write it like Muichiro Tokito, but adding a little thing like this on top of the O's. But you don't do the same with Yuichiro. Yeah, you do the same. But the problem with Yuichiro's name is that the U also has a W. So if you write Yuichiro Tokito, you have to be like Yuichiro Tokito. You need to put W at the start. If you don't want to put Yuichiro Tokito, it's long, you can just do Yuichiro Tokito, or Yuichiro Tokito but with a line on top of the O's, on top of the U. Muichiro doesn't have a W, so it doesn't matter at all. So finally getting to the names, I quickly find out that the U of Yuichiro doesn't mean existence. Well, not literally at least, because existence is sonzai. So yeah, no. But as soon as you become more understanding of what it actually means, you realize that it does mean existence, but in more like a subtle way. So let's start by talking about the part that's in the anime that is the part where the misconception that the Muichiro means infinity. Basically, you know when an older sibling tells the younger sibling, like, no, you are adopted, you know? Just to make the younger sibling upset? Yeah, well, Yuichiro can't exactly do that because his younger sibling is his twin. So if his twin is adopted, so is he. So he got creative. He picked up the Mu of Muichiro's name, the kanji, started using the kanji with other words to make it look bad. For example, one of the things he says to him on the anime is like Muichiro no mu, Muimi no mu. It basically means the Mu of Muichiro, it's the Mu of Muimi. That's a real fact. The Mu of Muichiro, it's the same Mu as in Muimi, it's the same kanji. What does Muimi mean? It means meaningless. So another thing that Yuichiro says to his brother is Muichiro no mu, Muko no mu. That's another fact. The Mu of Muichiro is also the Mu of Muko. What does Muko means? It means invalid. Yeah. Then when Yuichiro is at the verge of the death, he regrets that, and instead of saying, no, you truly are my brother, that it's what he probably would have said if he went with the adoption thing, he says, Muichiro no mu, Mugen no mu. What does Mugen mean? It means infinity, if you haven't guessed by the two movies already named that. What does the Mu of Muichiro mean, taking off from this? It means there is not, it doesn't exist, it is not. Let's go, for example, with meaningless. What does meaningless mean? There's a lack of a meaning. A meaning doesn't exist. That's what basic. The Mu of Muichiro doesn't mean infinity. It means that there is not something. It happens that when you put that Mu next to Gen, it makes the word infinity. But it does not mean infinity. If Muichiro's name was actually inspired on infinity, it would be Mugenchiro or something like that. But the Mu alone doesn't make you think of infinity. It's like 1,000 words with Mu. But this has a catch. With every single word that has the Mu of Muichiro on it, there's an equivalent with the Yu of Yuichiro. That means exactly the opposite. Muimi has Yuimi, that means meaning. With Muko, you have Yuko, that means valid. Well, the same thing happens with Mugen. There's an equivalent with Yugen. That means finity. Infinity. Literally the opposite of infinity. So what does the Yu of Yuichiro means? It means there is something. That's what I meant before when I said that it meant existence in a subtle way. Because it means that something does exist. We don't have an equivalent really in English or in Spanish to say that. It's kind of redundant because they're more like prefixes and suffixes than other things. I don't think there's any prefix nor suffix to say that something exists. That's basically what it means. So there is something exists, something it is. That's the basic meaning of the Mu and Yu of the Tokito Twins. There is not, it is not, there is, it is. I think that the principal reason why people think that the names of the Tokyo twins means this cool thing of fishbone of infinity, it's because there's this kind of thing that people know that if you translate a Japanese name to other language, it comes out as a joke, like Kaminari Denki actually means thunder electricity in English, so you understand. And some are even kind of like epic names, but the Tokyo twins are not this case. Their names are more funny than epic. Because let's get with the second part of their names. So we have established that mu and yu means there is not and there is. What means the Ichiro? Well, that person from that comment was actually right. Ichiro means firstborn. Ichi means first and well means one, but and do means boy. Like for example, Tanji do also has the do at the end. So Ichiro means first male born on a family. Well, what happens when you put that next to you and mu? Well, when you put it next to you have a very redundant way to say firstborn. It literally means there is a firstborn. It is a firstborn. But when you put it next to mu, you get it is not a firstborn. So the truly meaning of the Tokyo twins names, it's basically first kid, not the first kid. You can imagine how was I when I found out about this. I was like, what? When the dots connected to my mind, I was like, I'm so sorry. They mean what? Okay. That's it. There's no big amazing meaning. No. My theory is I have two. One in the world of Kimetsu and one outside of the world of Kimetsu. In the world, they're in the Taisho era. So I don't think there was a way to tell you you're gonna have twins or you're gonna have one kid. So I think that what happened was that their parents were expecting one kid. They would probably maybe name the kid Yuichiro, Ichiro, something like that, or maybe completely different, but then they got two kids and they had to improvise. It was probably just a placeholder to name them based on their birth order, but it probably stuck. Now, outside of the world of Kimetsu, I don't know, maybe Kotogi just wanted to remember, or like the same with the parents, but with Kotogi. Maybe Kotogi was like, I want this character to have a twin. How will I remember which one is the oldest though? Oh, I'm gonna name them. It's gonna be a placeholder till I get familiar with them. And then it's stuck. Something like that probably happened. I think I've seen a lot online is people saying that maybe Yuichiro did knew what their names were, like where they came from, but why would their parents tell Yuichiro where the prefixes of their names come from and not tell Muichiro? Why? Like, oh yes, Yuichiro, come here, we're gonna tell you the meaning of your name and we are not gonna tell your brother for no reason. Like, it doesn't make sense that Yuichiro knows magically what the move Muichiro meant, but Muichiro doesn't. Because some people reacted to the whole thing about Mimi and Muko being like, oh no, this is because Yuichiro knows the actual meaning of the name, but right now he is telling a lie. It doesn't mean this, it's gonna mean something there. And then when the Mugen thing goes like, oh, this is the actual meaning. And that's why the misconception of Muichiro name like that comes from. But no, it does not mean infinity. It means There is not. It is not. In this case, it is not because it's a person. Basically, some bird just went to my window and started doing this on the glass. Well, basically, a firstborn. No, it's the firstborn. It's not the firstborn. The funny part here is that Muichiro is not even named second-born. No, because that will maybe get a pass. But second-born will be Muichiro. You can maybe name one Yuichiro and the other one Junichiro. No, Juniro. I'm sorry, what will be Juniro? Niro. I think. Ichiro, Niro. Yes, it will be Niro. If you want him to match with his brother, Juniro. No. He's Muichiro. Like, kid one, not the kid one. And yeah, I think that's beautiful. Hope you enjoy my TED talk about the funny things that are the names of those things. Have a great day. Also, I wanted to mention that I made this video in English because I wanted that it reached the most amount of people possible, because I want people to know this. That's